Good afternoon, everyone. It's Sunday, September 27th, 2009. Northwest swell from Choi Wan in the water now. We've been waiting for that for quite a while. Moderate swell. Also seeing some southern hemisphere come up from activity that formed near New Zealand about 10 days ago. We're going to be seeing both swells fade over the next couple days as some northwest wind swell starts to fill in. Looks like we're going to be seeing, though, a shift in winds and weather. Wanted to show you how that's all working out on the models and what that also means for possibly a good increase in wind swell come Wednesday. Looks like that'll then fade during the second half of the week. I wanted to show you on the models what's going to be coming our way for the weekend, and that would be from some southern hemisphere activity that would be coming up building on Saturday and then peaking on Sunday. We may also see some more wind swell by then as well. Looks like then we're going to be seeing some southern hemisphere action around the 7th or 8th if everything works out well on the long-range models. Also, we've got a few changes in conditions this week besides a shift in weather and a shift in winds. Looks like we're also going to be headed for a tidal swing by the end of the week as we approach a full moon. So I wanted to show you everything that's happening. This is what's going on right now. So starting out looking at the weather models, we can see clearly why there would be a shift in winds and weather this week as well. A lot of stuff going on. Right now we still have a high pressure ridge shown in blue. It's breaking down, though. It's not as expansive as it once was just a few days ago, bringing the heat wave. And then farther out in the Pacific near the Gulf, we've got a trough of low pressure. That's going to be moving toward our way as that high pressure moves farther to the east as well. So if we spin the models forward in time, we can see how this is going to change over the next couple days. We can see that high pressure moves to the east, troughing moves down from the Gulf. We can see then also by about Tuesday's time frame, heavy troughing pushing down on our region, tight gradients over our coast. And then Wednesday, that trough axis would be right on top of Southern California, and that would be causing some wind problems as well. Take a look at the wind charts. This is one of the wind charts generated at my automated site, wavecast.com. We can see that on Tuesday, that's highlighted in red, we could see some strong afternoon shores pick up over 20 miles an hour in some locations. This kind of jives with what the National Weather Service is saying. This is one of their charts showing also a location near the coast. Shows that around Tuesday time frame, we probably see 15-mile-an-hour winds. They're calling then for Wednesday to see the stronger ones coming in 20 miles an hour with gusts that would even be stronger. So it looks like Tuesday, Wednesday, either way, we're going to be seeing some wind problems, at least in the afternoon along the coast. Take a look out, though, a little farther in time. We can see this is more of the Thursday afternoon, Friday time frame. High pressure region in blue moving back into the region, and that should then calm winds toward the end of the week. Although models are undecided on how the weekend winds will look right now, but so far they look to be somewhat diurnal and fairly calm compared to what we'd see Tuesday, Wednesday. Taking a look now at the WAMs, at the wave analysis models, we can see a few different features up here in the northern hemisphere, but just not a whole lot going on, even though we have Choi Wan in the water now. Looks like then we'll be seeing some wind swell. That's forming up along the coast right now. We should be then seeing something come out of the Gulf. We can see a little bit of activity, and that's mostly from that troughing that's up there now. So we got some Gulf activity, some fetch that is forming now. If we keep our eye on that, we'll see that start to move toward our region. So spin the models forward in time, start seeing how that'll work out. You see that Gulf action moving toward our region, and it shows more potential here about 36 hours out. But that's more or less still wind swell. It's still short period energy that's coming out of that, about 18-foot seas. So we move the models a little bit more forward in time. We can see how it would be very steep angled coming into Southern California. And then when we move out about 84 hours, it looks like here about the 1st of October, we'll be seeing a lot of wind swell along the coast. Also, some signs of some tropical activity down there off of Baja in Mexico, but that's a little bit iffy right now. If we take a look at the satellite picture, we can see that there is some tropical activity that's breaking off of the Mexico mainland, but right now it's a little bit undecided. National Hurricane Center models and predictions have been flip-flopping on that over the past 24 hours, if that might form or not. So have to keep an eye on that and see if that does form into anything surf-worthy. Take a look now down to the southern hemisphere. We can see the remnants today of what was a system that was broke off Antarctica, south of French Polynesia. Right now it only has about 25-foot seas, but we'll be seeing something of that around the 3rd or 4th. That'll be building on Saturday, then into Sunday. Moving the models forward in time, not a lot of activity in the short term, but then as we go out about 48 hours, we can see some activity breaking off Antarctica south of the Pitcairn Island group. And if we move that out just a little bit more in time, we can see some northward drift. Here's a model 60 hours out. That would give us an ETA probably around the 7th, maybe though around the 8th. And that might be some moderately sized swell as long as we get some northward drift out of that. So we've got to see how that progresses over the next couple of days. Also wanted to mention we are headed toward a tidal swing. Here's a look at tidal chart for Friday into Saturday. We're headed for a full moon by the end of the week, so as you can see, some of those high tides would be approaching the 6-foot mark. That'd be happening around mid-morning hours as well, so that's not necessarily good news for a lot of the reefs and points, which, because of the deeper tides, can cause quite a slowdown and, of course, affect size. So just to bear that in mind toward the end of the week, timing to get a good mid-tide session before the winds pick up, it might be a little bit difficult. So that's the things are breaking down right now. Northwest swell and southwest in there as well today. That'll be backing down over the next couple of days. Wind swell moving in from the northwest. Also should be seeing quite an increase in northwest wind swell by Wednesday. It looks like we could be seeing some chest to head high wind swell around west-facing breaks then, but very short period stuff. We're looking at a lot of winds picking up, especially in the outer waters, not just along the coast on Tuesday and Wednesday as that trough moves toward our area. Looks like then winds should clear up by the end of the week, although we may see a little bit more onshore flow for the weekend, but we should see some southern hemisphere swell build then on Saturday and into Sunday. Looks like that we might be seeing some wind swell move in on Sunday. A little too early to call that today, but it looks like then we might see some more southern hemisphere swell moving from that Pitcairn system, breaking off Antarctica around the 7th or 8th. But got to see how that develops over the next few days, as well as any of that activity in the tropics that may hold potential for some surf worthiness around Southern California. But I'll be keeping an eye on it. I'll be keeping you posted. You can always check out my latest SoCal surf report at wetsand.com, and 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, my automated site wavecast.com, and twice a day you can always check out my updated surf reports sent automatically from Twitter. That's twitter.com/wavecast. So until next time, take care, be safe, and smile in the lineup.